What up, y'all? Need to shape up. Came on here rough tonight. Fuck it. Anytime television was good. As y'all come in, hit the likes. Tito was good. Happy Friday, my brother. Take this off the speaker. What's good? Give me a few seconds, y'all. Roll up, do what y'all gotta do. What up, y'all? What's good? Top of the morning. Strong topic, yeah. D Brazy, what's going on? All black Air Max, good looking. Jim got some classic albums. Thanks for the super chat. Can you do an interview with Doggy Diamonds, please? Tell Doggy Diamonds to reach out. I sure do one. Yep, negative energy will get put out. So I guess y'all see the title, you know what I'm saying? The death of the diplomats. Let a few more people get in here. Hit the like button. Hey. So on It Is What It Is show, Cam was saying that Jim and Mano used to face fight, and Jim tried to step the Mano on some. Let me tell y'all about that, right? See, Cam is not a confrontational person. Cam is a businessman. Cam is really not confrontational. You know what I'm saying? Back then, Jim was with all the shits. Jim was with a bunch of guys that was no nonsense. That's all I'm gonna say. And when Mano had dropped the song, shout to Mano, that's my guy. When he dropped the song Rumors, he was just talking about what was the topic of the song was basically what the topics was in the streets, who was going through this, who was going through that in the music industry, and and I ain't gonna lie, I used to like that. I still do. I like that record Rumors. You know what I'm saying? Cause everybody got their own opinion. Everybody have their own right to voice their opinion. This is America. We got a freedom of speech here. You know what I'm saying? But when Jim said, when Mano said that him and Jim rebuttal to him was really for Cam, and it was, cause he never mentioned Jim in that song. You know what I'm saying? He never mentioned him in that song, and we all know the Diplomats had their ups and downs before, but I never seen it this deep. I never seen it this deep before. Yeah, Rumors was classic. Yeah, it was a classic. But I never see it get this deep before. Like, I never seen it get this deep before. You know what I'm saying? I love both of them. Got love for both of them. When it comes to this type of stuff, I don't take no sides. You know what I'm saying? I stay neutral. I speak my piece, but I stay neutral. And y'all know on my show, it's nothing but positive internet energy. I don't do that negative stuff over here on my platform. Y'all want that type of stuff that he say, toxic stuff, go to another platforms. If you want nothing but pies, come get a slice. That's all I got for you over here. Yeah, I remember being out on Roxbury, Purple City, Bergen. What's going on? Nah, hip hop is taking a hit, man. Hip hop is looking weak, man. It's looking weak. It's looking weak. Everybody just chasing clout. Everybody working off of egos. That's why I had took a hiatus from the music business to get into other business ventures because it just get toxic. We left the streets. We left the streets to do music to get away from all that type of activity. But it seems like now that we take the proceeds from our record sales and we reinvest in the streets when that's a no-no. You are never supposed to turn something clean back dirty. That's ass backwards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody trying to get viral and everybody's making these. Yo, let me tell you what I don't like about a lot of YouTubers, right? Instead of making content about the situation and the positive, everybody's digging up all this old footage and all these old beefs from the true life era and all this. Why y'all bringing that old stuff? That stuff is put behind us. We don't need to be digging up no old worms. And it don't matter where anybody's from, Bronx, Harlem, or something. Jim been repping the city of Harlem, the borough, the 100 blocks you want to call us, east or west. He's been repping it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's a, like, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take sides when it comes to that, because both of them are prevalent in my career. You know what I'm saying? With the Purple City thing, Jim did a lot to get catapult the Purple City Byrd Gang record. When we dropped that record, he got his service through the Def Jam system. If y'all don't know, when you put out videos, you just don't. It's not. It's like it's easy now. You can just get a YouTube, shoot your video. As long as you own the copyrights, you can upload it. Back then, you used to have to go get your videos serviced. You couldn't just put your videos out and it catch no traction like that. That's how Purple City Byrd Gang was able to catch traction on BET, MTV, and those type of stations. The first person that actually put the Purple City Byrd Gang video out was Smack DVD. Shout out to Smack White. Salute to everything he doing over there at URL. You know what I'm saying? Now I know, but everybody just remixing, and then y'all don't know. And then the people that's putting it out, a lot of these guys that put out the negative things, you know, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these guys, they don't, they don't be outside. They don't be, you know what I'm saying? They don't be outside to where they can bump into somebody. So if you talking down on people and you ain't outside, that's just being a coward. You know what I'm saying? And that's being a sucker, and that ain't cool. And I'm not doing that type of stuff on my platform just to get streams, just to get none of that. When you come here, you're gonna get a positive perspective about some real stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? People are really monetizing and making money off of people's, like, people got kids, like, people can get arrested for a lot of the stuff y'all posted up, like, investigated. Like, people are being more, like, instead of being media, y'all being like private investigators, man. Y'all bring more heat to people than anything, and I get it. See me, I'm the one that's speaking out for the fans, because you know what I'm saying. A lot of people invested in this, man. Spiritually, mentally, and financially. A lot of people invested in this brand called Diplomats. And it's like when you grow with something and you grew up with something, it's just like our era of the greatest of all time is guys like Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson. They goats might be Little Dirk and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But the guys that y'all look up to looked up to us. So it's disappointing, you know what I'm saying, to see my guys go through this, knowing that we was once one of the biggest movements New York ever seen, besides Wu-Tang, besides G-Unit, besides Diplomat. I never said we were nowhere bigger than uh, G-Unit or nothing like that, but I will always stand on this. Diplomats are the most influential rap group from New York City, hands down, far as influence, slang, culture, clothes, music, just anything. Like, I've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Thumpman, those that rest in peace. Shout out to Sammy G. Act good. And it's to me, it's just sad to see. It's corny, you know. I'll just be thinking back. I'll just be thinking back, like like the people that's witnessing this in real time, and they grew up with on the music. Yeah, a Dipset documentary can be done because everybody don't have to be in the same place at the same time. Everybody can just speak their piece and do speak their part. I'm 35. I grew up with Dipset. I used to dress like Jim when I was with the brands. Who didn't at that time? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. Most influential. Not too many people at that time was, you know what I'm saying? Like if you was wearing wallet chains or antique jeans or any shirt with a scar, any of that uh, chrome heart early back then. Like Jewels and Jim was like the first guys I even knew wearing that chrome heart stuff because it was pretty expensive. Like I wasn't wearing that stuff, even though I could afford it. I could afford it, but it was just like expensive. Like the wallet chains by themselves was like five, six, 7 bands, 8 bands. Sometimes the wallet chains be encrusted with diamonds, like the hook that attached to your pants. Sometimes them joints be bust down. I remember when Jewels had bought Lil Wayne one for his birthday. He had bought him a chrome heart joint. That joint was like probably like $8,000, $9,000, and I was just like, and it wasn't even gold. It was silver. It was like real sterling silver, like real gothic bike chain, but the hook was diamond encrusted. Yeah, I definitely was doing pink in 9/7. Yeah, it hurt to see it because it's getting personal in front of the public. Like before, it wasn't like even though things were said before, it wasn't this personal. It wasn't this reckless. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying, this detrimental to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't let personal problems erase a legacy. We achieve something that mean a lot to a lot of people, not just the people that actually had something to do with it. Like I said, the diplomats, the movement is bigger than just the ones that had something to do with the music. It's bigger than me, JR, Hell Rel, 40 Cal, JR Router, Jim Jones, Cameron, Jewels, Jaja. It's bigger. SAS. It's, you gotta understand. It's a lot of different elements that created this movement called Diplomat. Diplomat. I feel with Diplomat achieved, I don't think that either one of them could achieve that without being the Diplomats first. The Diplomats, becoming the brand Dipset and Diplomats, made it made it to where it was easier for when everybody went solo to be respected as a artist. I don't know that it's not the energy towards the other artists. It was just like, I guess when you feel, I guess when you know you, like the reason that everybody's on, like Cam did a lot for everybody. If it wasn't for Cam getting in the door, it wouldn't have been no Diplomats. You know what I'm saying? And with him bringing everybody else in the door, like I said, I don't think nobody could have probably executed that individually by themselves. Like Cam had his fans from the SDE and the Confession of Fire days, but Cam ain't go platinum until he went to Rockefeller, and until it, he was displayed as, he created this Dipset sound. You know what I'm saying? By creating Diplomat, it definitely made him bigger as an entrepreneur, an executive, and an artist. Like it catapulted Cam's career in a direction that was tangible enough for him to bring a movement of artists to the forefront of New York hip hop. My Dipset outro is better than my Dipset intro. Um, it might lyrically, yeah, I'll say it's better, but the intro was definitely more legendary because that was my introduction to the game, mainstream, because I was always an underground artist. But far as being mainstream, the intro was just, my introduction to the game, and the outro, I was more seasoned. I was older, you know what I'm saying? That was like, you know, it was almost like you got to see the growth. Like when I did that intro, I was probably like, what, 20, 23 years old when I did the intro, 20, yeah, like 23, 20, going on 24 years old. I'm I'm 45 now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like 20 something years ago. Like, so of course, uh, I feel the lyrics is gonna be better just because I was more seasoned. You know what I'm saying? I learned more. You know what I'm saying? I got better as a writer over the years. So it was just more, you know what I'm saying? And of course, and that's how that's how I wanted it to be. I definitely want the outro to be more lyrical than the first one just to show the growth. You know what I'm saying? It would have been whack if the outro was whacker than the intro, because you would have been like, oh, he ain't grow over the years, he declined. So yeah, I agree with you. The outro was better than the intro lyrically. Yes. East side of Buffalo, Henry Davis, what's going on? I'm on balls, put my picture in the frame next to it, right next to Sunny. Yeah, that's a fact. He got you doing an uncasa spin. That's crazy. God is good. Yeah, Zaya, what's going on? Golden arrow speakers through the white rooms through the micro rental piece. Yeah, yeah. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, me and Stacks will sign the first and 15th. Shout out Uncasa. We both 79 June Gemini gang. Yeah, that's a fact. Nah, you ain't doing nothing, Zion. What's up? I'm saying what's going on. FBA all day. We checking headlines. Should I just unlike the stream and keep it pushing? The most. I don't know. What's your problems, I ain't tripping on you. I forgot the song I did. I think the lineup. I think it's called a lineup. I did with SAS. Shout out to Mega and May. Shout out to Ali Vegas. Shout out to Duke the God. Like, like the reason why you was able to get a a big volume of music was because of guys like Duke the God. Duke the God don't get the flowers that he deserved. Shout out to Duke the God. Duke was the Diplomat A&R, and then he started doing a series of More Than Music mixtapes. And he actually was the person that catapult uh, diptape, dipsetmixtapes.com. And that's where everybody was going to get their mixtapes early 2000s. If you wasn't going to a mom and pop store or you coming to 145th getting it from us from the Taliban, you had to get it from dipsetmixtapes.com. And you know what I'm saying? That's why you was able to get Tom Giss, Uncasa, A Mafia, Hell Rel, J.R. Relia, SAS, Jaja, Jay Bezel. It was like, that's what I'm saying. It's just like the Dipset era, it was just not just the four faces of the team. It was much more than just that. You know what I'm saying? It was dope to see Stack. It was dope to see Stack Bundles grow. Tyson Garcia. Nah, I'm gonna tell you something. Jaja, Jaja wasn't terrible, bro. Jaja pen was on fire. Jaja wrote that joint with Puff. That with that what you drinking on? Jaja wrote that. She wrote that hook. Like Jaja pen was crazy. Jaja can rap. I did. If y'all go back, me and Jaja did a song together. I think called it's Gangsta. I think it's called Gangsta. Me and her did a back to back. Shout out to Jaja. Jaja was not whack at all. I witnessed that girl pen 5, 6, 7, 8 joints a night. Her pen on fire. I ain't gonna lie, Tyson. Her pen on fire. Nah, she was not equal to a Mill on Rockefeller. First of all, a Mill didn't write none of her joints. Jaja can write joints. I'm telling you, Jaja was nice. She just didn't get the look she needed. You know what I'm saying? Jaja had Jaja like let me tell you this. If Jaja just was whack, Jim would have never messed with Jaja. You know what I'm saying? He would have never messed with Jaja if Jaja was whack. You wouldn't have heard nobody on Dipset if they was whack. Nobody. First of all, we ain't come from the era of doing whack rap music. Like you couldn't come to the studio and spit that mumbo jumbo. I remember I was effing up in the booth. Cam told me, "Yo, get the fuck out the booth and get your shit together." You couldn't be in that booth fucking up and fumbling. Nah, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. That's why y'all got the Diplomat intro. I left the studio because Cam told me to get out the booth in front of everybody. And I kind of, I was young, so I had a chip on my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I wore my emotions on my sleeve that day, and I left baseline. He pulled. This is how I always be in debt to Cam for doing this for me. After I left the studio, he must have been asking for me. So that next day, he pulled up on me. Cam wasn't playing. He pulled up. He's like, yo, get the fuck in my car, B. Don't ever leave my studio sessions, nigga. I'm trying to get you on. Nigga, all I thought you was gonna do is go smoke a blunt and get your mind right. You leave the studio like, nah, you tripping. Get the fuck in the truck. And we went down. What we was at? Was we in Baseline or Sony? I don't remember. I think we was in Baseline. And Young Guru, shout out to Guru. He engineered the session, you know what I'm saying? The legendary Guru. It was a Kanye West beat, you know what I'm saying? And now you got this. That's how that happened. Like, so Cam wanted to see me win, you know what I'm saying? And every chance he get, you know what I'm saying, he throw me an alley-oop, you know what I'm saying? I am doing more acting. I just came back from Atlanta in November. I was out there for 12 days shooting a movie called Suffocated 3. Shout out to Mark Buddington. Shout out to Sexy Lexi. Shout out to Crystal the Dog. Shout out to Trey Cheney. Um, yeah, I take my craft serious. Yeah, man, else could have been a fire group. Like, like that's what we was trying to create with Skull Gang. But it was just like, even with Skull Gang, that shit happened so fast. Like, we was in the studio for a few years, you know what I'm saying, just gearing up. But then when we start putting that music out, when we put that Skull Gang Takeover mixtape out, we it skyrocket. And um we had a lot of support. Like, when we was recording the Skull Gang mixtape, we had a lot of support from producers. We had a lot of support from DJs. We had a lot of support from party promoters. We had a lot of support from just media people. You know what I'm saying? We had all the media people on Smash. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of if you look at it, a lot of stuff um don't exist. I don't know. Like, I don't like Instagram and Facebook and TikTok took over so much that, and YouTube took over to where it's like the on smashes and all those type of sites that we used to go look for music and videos. It's like everything is on YouTube. Everybody has their own. It's like YouTube and Instagram has their own. It's like your own website, so you ain't gotta go to no site. I used to be a World Star fiend. I ain't watched World Star in over 12 years, probably longer than that. I don't remember the last time I watched World Star. I swear, I stepped cold turkey. Like, I couldn't even pay attention to go search through them little boxes no more. How many people still watch World Star? We got 103 people in, man. Hit them likes, man. Like, Purple City, everybody, like, at that when I Cam gave everybody an outlet, right? But you had to figure it out. Me and Shice, we figured it out early that everybody couldn't eat off the same plate. Cam gave us leverage to use the Byrd, so the Byrd was the biggest logo at the time. on a for a mixtape. Besides G Unit and D Block, a Diplomat Byrd, you put a Diplomat Byrd on any mixtape, it's guaranteed to, back then it was guaranteed to sell no matter who face was on it. Long as that Byrd was on it, you was copping it. Alright, so Cam gave us that leverage to use the Byrd. So that's why things like the Senate came, the Purple City, 730, Skull Gang, every every one of those uh subsidiaries was able to use the Byrd, and that was just because that me and Jewels was able to use it and Shice was able to use it. So if you can see anything Purple City or anything, we was doing those mixtapes because we everybody couldn't eat off the Diplomat Byrd. You know what I'm saying? Everybody couldn't eat off that Diplomat Byrd, off that Diplomat plate. So everybody basically was you know, doing their own thing and making the Dipset conglomerate bigger. Yeah, it grew. Let me tell you why it grew faster. We was putting out more mixtapes than Dipset. Dipset would put a mixtape out and chill. We would put a mixtape like out every month. You know what I'm saying? And Shice, he was a genius with the covers and all that. So we was recording a lot of music. We was in the studio like every day until like from 7:30 at night to 7:30 in the morning. That's how you got so many tapes. Shout out to my guy Dave Brown from the group Vertical Hole with Angie Stone. He been recording me since I was 14, 15 years old. I bumped into him in the streets one day. I told him I was a part of this new movement, Dipset, Purple City, and all this Byrd gang. He was like, yo, I got a studio right up the block, such and such, come through. He had a little pre-production studio in his crib. Used to have the booth inside the closet, and that's how we started the first Purple City mixtapes. Rest in peace to my man D Doubler. How we got uh, acquainted with Ag. Ag was cool with my man D Doubler that got murdered. D Dub, he used to come to D Doubler house and go burn weed and play video games like Grand Theft Auto and all that. So one day I think he left the beat CD at D's house. Some way Shice got it, and he brought it to the studio. We round off of it. We put a mixtape out. Ag got wind that we was using his beats, and then that's how we pulled Ag in. And the next thing I know, we was just like in the studio every day. You know what I'm saying? That's how all those mixtapes came about. Like Ag is a genius when it comes to that beat making. Like I don't care. Like he made Purple City in like 5-6 minutes. Yeah, you only heard one D Doubler verse because after he recorded that verse, he got killed. Now I know we was making quality music. See, that's the thing. It was all ways about making quality music. Nowadays, that's just not the remedy. People are just, the first couple of songs they record, they put them out. Nah, we had hundreds of songs. When they raided the studio in Bergenfield, New Jersey, at the Skull Gang studio, they took thousands of songs. They took like probably like 12 to 14 hard drives. And when we got them back, they was blank. I was depressed. I was discouraged. Like I lost niggas rap careers. Like I lost if like all that if like around the time we was recording the Skull Gang albums, right? This is when that auto tune stuff popped. And I asked Joel, yo, what's that glittery stuff that T-Pain be using? He's like, it's called Autotune. He was like, you want that? I was like, yeah. He went to Sam Ash, he bought it, he bought the program. I said, yo, I'm gonna learn how to use the melodies on this joint. After that, after I learned how to use the melodies the way I needed to use them on Autotune, I was singing every day. I had put the hardcore rap to the side and I had created this style where I was singing hip hop R&B, right? Equivalent to what Future, Gunna, and all these guys is doing. I was doing this in '07, '08, '09, all that. Crush on You, all that. You can dig up old MySpace songs. You can see I was doing the melodic records back then. I was doing so many of those records that I had damn near, I had a whole folder and it was like almost 117 records of that. And Joels used to ask me, yo, Cos, I ain't gonna lie, all these shits is fire. Don't get it twisted. These shits is fire. You in a different pocket. But why are you singing so much? And I said, the reason why I'm singing so much is because this is where hip hop is going. And he's like, hell no, niggas ain't doing this. I'm like, you don't see what Wayne doing? You don't hear this? You don't hear, you don't see what Wayne doing? It's about to get like, it's about to be, niggas ain't rapping right now, really, bro. Only us. We the only ones that spitting that doom throttle. They ain't nobody out rapping. It's only us, D Block, and G Unit. That's the only ones that's out rapping. D Block, G Unit, Dipset. That's it. That's the only ones that's rapping. So when I'm singing all these joints, he looking at me crazy. But he let me do me. True story. Diddy came to the studio one day. He came to the studio at like 4, maybe like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. It was me, my man Tobe Cobain, my man Nero, and and Jewels. And we was in the studio. This is when Ciroc first dropped. He came there with a white model. He came there with a chauffeur. He went to the Walgreens right up the block by himself, came back with some lemonade, made us drinks, and he was playing. So Jewels was like, yo, my man got this new style, right? So he was playing all my R&B joints, all my melodic joints to Diddy. This is true story. Diddy was critiquing my joints. He was like, nah, them joints is hot, but you know it's Diddy, so he was critiquing nigga shit, right? So I'm cool. No lie. And Jewels used to hate to play our music. Like I used to always want to play, like somebody come to the studio, I want to play music, you know, show niggas. Jewels like, yo, you gotta stop doing that because, yo, involuntary niggas might just get your hook or something or say one of your lines and you know, it just be like, and I felt them, right? But for some reason, he played the music for Diddy. No lie. After that, Diddy did the Dirty Money album. Diddy definitely had my melodies, my cadence. They would all through that Dirty Money album. And I'm like, and I bought the joint and I was like, yo, Els, check this out. Who this sound like? What this sound like? Shout, thanks for the super chat. Pockets full. Said Jim Jones is the Diplomats. He definitely holding the set down right now. So so when I was doing them records and Diddy came to the studio, he was listening to them joints. He was like, and I was just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many things that we bring to the game and people come around. Like, you got a lot of, like, this is what we used to call them, swagger jackers. You know what I'm saying? We used to call guys that used to come around and just come around you and soak up swag and jack your whole swag and go elsewhere and he looked like the man and people think and then when they see when you come around with him, they think you got your swag from him, but the whole time he got his swag from you. That's all people used to do, come around us and swagger jack. All they used to do was just swagger jack. Who did you enjoy rapping with that brought the beats out of you? Cassidy, Lupe Fiasco, Stack Bundle. Jewels, Mino, the Hot Ones, a lot. Baby Mad, everybody. There's a lot of MCs that bring the beats out of me. Mike Boogie, Baby Thad, um, Grave Digger, awesome Grave Digger. My man Ali that passed away. My man Puzo, like yo, I'm a beat like the rapping. I don't know nothing about sports, none of that. I don't even watch sports, but rapping, music, I know it. You know what I'm saying? I know it. Augusta, shout out for being a member. He said, Red Room Podcast said, Ryder was giving me an issue. Now, let me tell you the thing with me and JR, right? The thing with me and JR was JR kind of felt jaded when he didn't get put on the first Diplomat album, and JR was around that time. Hell Rell got put was JR was around us before Hell Rell. Hell Rell came last after I battled him, and he started coming around Hum 45th and Broadway. Me and Hell Rell battled, crushed him. He know that. If he don't admit that, I got 100 witnesses. Everybody know that. So when JR didn't get on the album, he felt jaded, and it kind of had me and him in a little going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But JR is my brother. We talked about that in the pandemic, and he was like, "Yo, bro, I always looked up to you. I was my bad." It was just like, yo, it was just, let me tell you what was why you get stuff like what you see going on with the set now is because the friendly competition started getting personal, man. And that's the thing that kind of messed the setup. Us being too competitive with each other. When we were supposed to be competitive with the world, we was too competitive with each other. And that's when I start seeing the separation within the subsidiaries of it. That's when you got 730 Byrd Gang, Skull Gang, UN. You know what I'm saying? I start seeing us not be a conglomerate. Gifted 5 on Casa memberships. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, ego's definitely getting away. It is my favorite dip. I appreciate that slapbox. I just watched half the rail battle poster challenge one thing. Yeah, I watched that the other day too. That's crazy. What was the best moment with the diplomats in your best battle? My best battle was like with Cassidy and Lupe, but shout out to T Rex. But um the day when Cam and Jay performed in Philly, when Jay came out and did Welcome to New York City with Cam in Philly, that was one of the best Diplomat moments. Like, it hit the like button, y'all. But yeah, yeah, T-Next Stew was legendary across the street, yeah. The rib spot, yeah, chicken and rib crib, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I say, yeah, I remember they was fighting guys from Diamond Street out there from Philly. Yeah, that's who that Smack DVD was. But yeah, I remember one time we was in Boston. Shout out to my brother last days, my hawk, word, my dirty hawk, last days out in Boston, right? We go out to a show, we on promo tour, right? We got an armed guard with us. We in a small little club in Boston. So the club got like a room, right, with a glass, like with a with a glass window. It's kind of like the room that they had in what's that movie? The Players Club, the VIP. So we all in this room. It's me, my man Charlie Black, my man Shice Bub. I got on. We had borrowed some jewelry until our jewelry was made because was getting some custom pieces. So we borrowed some jewelry, and they gave us some jewelry because it was our promotional tour. So they gave us jewelry that was equivalent way more than what I had. Some cross on my neck that was probably like $100,000 cross, and big ass cross, right? So we in the club. So I'm starting to like we just in the VIP, just me, Shice, my man Charlie Black. We just chilling, we rolling up. But then I start seeing like this bodyguard, like the security guard, just letting females in. So, I know me, I'm on point. We in Boston, you know what I'm saying? We got the armed guard with us, so I'm like, all right, we cool. So I'm just like, yo. After a while, you just start seeing dudes coming in, coming in. I'm feeling now. I'm feeling the energy. So we sitting there. So I'm like, yo, Shice, yo, it's getting spooky in this room, bro. Make sure homie got that thing off safety. We ain't playing in this club. You know what I'm saying? He was an armed guard, secure guard. He was registered to carry in the club and all that. Armed security. We got us with him. So I'm like, yo, I'm in there with a couple of our Boston homies, and I'm telling them, yo, I don't feel right in this little room. And all the club is out there, but we in this little room. If it go down in this room, it's gonna get crazy. So I tell Shice, yo, I'm out of here. I'm not staying in this club. Well, I'm not doing this. He like, come on, you doing some nervous, pervert shit? I'm like, nah, bro. The energy I feel in this room ain't right. So he like, man, I'm staying. I'm staying. My man Charlie Black, he in there like, yo, I'm staying. I ain't going nowhere. So I'm like, so I'm chilling. I'm trying to keep my composure. You gotta stay militant. So I'm keeping my composure, but I'm starting to see guys form and start going in the corner, and it's like I'm telling you, it's a little room. It probably fit, no lie, it probably can fit 20 people comfortable. It's 40, 50 people in this room. So I tap the legal gun. Yo, take me back take me to the car. I'm not chilling in this joint. So he like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I told Shice, I told my man Charlie Black. He was my road manager at the time. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not staying in the joint. He like, yo, we got homies in here and all. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not staying in this joint. You tripping. So I goes to the car, go roll up. Shout out to the Qs. So I go roll up in the car, right? Probably like 20 minutes later, Shice and them come out. They get in the car, like, come on, how you gonna leave? I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't feeling right in that spot. That joint, he was like, yo, I'm like, yo, bro, we got a legal shooter and all that, but if if it go down, somebody's gonna get some. It's gonna really go down in that club, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all like, not y'all don't want to leave with me. I'm telling y'all for our safety, we come together, we lead together. But y'all don't want to listen, all right, whatever. Y'all want to go back in there and go club, whatever. So now niggas like, nah, you threw the vibe off, this, that, and the third. I'm like, man, I'd rather throw the vibe off than to call one of our moms or something telling somebody done died in a club in Boston. So we put on our seatbelts. We about to go to the hotel, whatever. We goes to the gas station. Right up the block from the club. We go to the gas station. We go in and get the Dutchess and all that, come back out. Gets in the car. Gas up. Next thing you know, you see 30 cop cars going straight to the club. Yoom, 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 yoom. The whole precinct at the club. I said, see? They was like, yo, wow. I'm like, you see? The whole it's 30 cop cars in front of the club. It's 3 niggas done got killed in the club. 3 people done got killed in the club. Stabbed up, shot in the club. Girl, in the club. In the club. We just left. And when we're at, right inside the little VIP room. That's where everything happened. Right in the VIP. Right? I'm going to tell y'all another story, right? Thanks for the memberships. Thanks for the super chats, right? Tell y'all this. I'm in my first week in Chicago. First night out, they want to take me on the night of the town. My man shout the Boog the Beast. He do a lot of beats for Kanye, everybody. Look him up, Boog the Beast. My nigga Booger, Chicago, all day, right? Him and my guy Prolific. We out. We got the Lincoln. We got the Expedition on the Lincoln Avenue. We got one of them big cars on 24s back there. One of them trucks. We out in Chicago. We pull up to a club called E2. And if y'all think I'm capping, y'all can Google it as soon as y'all get off this live, right? We pull up. They want to show me a night on the town. So we go chilling, whatever. We go to the club. As soon as we pull up to the club, my stomach turned inside out. I just see red. It's an all-white club outside and all that. I just see red. So they getting out. They was like, you ready, Joe? I'm like, yo, I'm not going in that club. So they was like, yo, Joe, you know who you with, Joe? You know who you with? If somebody even look at you wrong, they what you we I said, yo, I know y'all equipped, but I'm gonna keep it real. If I'm back in my city and I ain't feeling something, I'm not going there. So they like, yo, what you want to do then, Joe? Because you know that's like saying be in New York. They say Joe in Chicago. Yo, Joe, what you want to do, Joe? So I'm like, man, let's go back to the crib. We go to the studio. I go write some music, whatever. So he was like, yo, this is the popping spot. This is where everybody now. This is where all the joints gonna be. All the baddest joints in Chicago gonna be tonight. You sure? I'm like, I'm sure. We go to the club. We leave the club. We go to the crib, right? We go smoke, write some songs. I get sleepy. I go to my room, go to bed. 7:45, 8 o'clock that morning, my man Bug come knock on my door. Wake up, Joe. Joe, wake up, Joe. How you knew, Joe? Joe, how you knew, Joe? Come on, Joe, wake up, Casa, man. How you knew, Joe? I'm like, yo, what happened? Well, I'm glad my glass. I'm like, what happened? He said, come downstairs, Joe. Look at the news. How you knew, Joe? How you knew? You got it on you, Joe. So I'm like, I look at the news. Like 20-something people died in that club, B. 20-something people died in that club, bro. 20-something people died in that club. I said I'm not going into that night. Google it. Club E2, Chicago, February, February 18th, 2002 or 2003, if I'm not mistaken. 20-something people died in that club. You can go Google it. You can go YouTube it. It's footage of people getting pulled up out that club. DM shout out. He said, I remember E2. Yeah, 22 people. Yeah. Yeah. That same night. They was like, how you knew? I go with my gut feeling. I don't play with my gut. My gut, if my stomach turned up, I already know what's going to go on. That same feeling I got in Boston is the same feeling I got before I even got in the spot. And I went to a few clubs while I was in Chicago. Yeah, man. Yeah, Stampede. Yep. Nah, it was a fight broke out. The security sprayed pepper spray. It got all up in the ventilation system. People started rushing towards the exit. It was a one way in, one way out. The steps is just like how City College happened. It's a staircase. It's a steep staircase you got to go up into in E2s. And everybody tried to ram, and a bunch of people got stampede and, yo, crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, man, let me tell you my why, like in Chicago, right? I was living in Chicago with Lupe. I got to deal with First and 15, right? So obvious, any place you want to stay, you want you a little thing there. You know what I'm saying? So my guy Jim and I said, yo, I'm gonna introduce you to this joint named Renee. Shout out to Renee, right? I meet Shorty. We kick it, we vibe, we do our thing, whatever, right? It's boiling one day in the crib, so I'm like, yo, I'm gonna call Shorty. She a vibe, see what's on. So Shorty like, yo, I like you and all that, but I'm gonna let you hear something after. And if you hear this and don't want to see me no more, it's cool. So she let me hear a voicemail that her baby daddy done left on her voicemail. I don't know how he knew who I was or what I was or whatever, but I know he was like, he said, I don't care, we ain't together or none of that. I don't want no nigga around my son. And if I catch that nigga walking up out your crib, I'm gonna shoot the shit out of him. I swear to God. This is what he's saying. He told her, I swear to God, I will kill that man. Man, I deleted Shorty number out my phone so quick. Dead serious. I ain't never called Shorty a day again in my life. Word to. Word to mother. What? Delete. What? Gone. Finish. You got that partner. You got that homie. You got that slice. There she go. You can keep her. You won't yeah, you won't smoke my me like a pack of cools, not me. Not Gail, son. Not Gail, son. Not me. I was born in the day, not yesterday. Word. Like, even when let me tell you, even when I moved out to Cali, right? I'm so used to wearing every color. I'm forgetting where I'm living. Matter of fact, I was living in Martin, St. Rosalina. That's right dead in the middle of the jungles, right? I'm living in the middle of the jungles. I'm a New York kid. I'm young. I'm like 21. I'm out in Cali. So I don't want to be stuck up in the house all day. So obvious, I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna go outside. Mind you, I'm in the jungles, man. I'm in California, Los Angeles. So one day I go get me some cigars, some green Optimos, because that's what they was smoking out there. The green joints. So I go out there and get some green joints, and I got on a all red Fat Farm sweatsuit. Bright red, cherry red, Fat Farm. Say Fat Farm, you zip it up and say Fat Farm going across. Red and black band Jordans. You know the Jordans that was banned? The band Jordans? Yeah, me. In the middle of Los Angeles. Guys start riding past like, popping blood. I'm like, I'm looking. And when you realize where you at, you focus up quick. You like, yo, I'm tripping. And in Cali, a simple hat can get you twisted, bro. New York Yankee hat, any hat that you think is fly, you have it tilted on your Jigger Man or your Ti. You breaking your joint off. That will get, especially in Chicago, your joint broke off. You get you'll get your head punched off your neck bone loose, broke. You go to Chicago with your hat broke off certain ways, man. Put your hat straight or to the back. That's it. And don't wear a certain team. So when I was living in Cali, what I did, I ain't wear none of the stuff that I packed. You know what I did? I went and got me a bunch of gray sweatpants, a bunch of white tees, and white Air Ones, and white do-rags. I'm neutral out there. And you ain't gonna run down on me and smoke me doing nothing. Nah, no teams in Cali. And lucky I was in the jungle, and like I'm saying, gonna never get on here and say anything I'm affiliated with, but I'm just tell you this. It was serious. Cause I was living in California for this music stuff. I've been living all around the world. I left my mom's crib when I was 15, 16, out, left. I'm going to be a rapper. I'm gone. Don't worry about me. I'ma call you. Always had a great relationship with Max. I spoke to Max like a month ago on my man Ty Black phone. Shout out to Ty Black, my Muslim brother. Yeah, I started wearing my Kobe jersey out there. I was wearing the Lakers hats. I was wearing stuff like I was not wearing. I could like. Cause they was telling me, yo, the New York Yankee hat that stand for neighborhood crip and this, that, and I was like, yo, bruh, I don't got no time for this slice. I'm more money than your mother, boy. Stupid. Nah, California, not only tough in Cali, it's guys that like, let me tell you something. And if that's the case, everybody tough where they at. You know what I'm saying? Anybody's gonna be cautious. Like if you a New York nigga and you going to Cali, you better be tapped in. And I ain't talking about checked in. I'm talking about tapped in. Or you better be cautious. You can't just be going around poking your chest out. You can't be taking them your hood mentality to other hoods because it's your same hood in all around the world. The way we get crazy on Eighth and all that, and in the hood and Harlem and all that, they get crazy on Crenshaw too. They get crazy on Martin Luther King. They get, everywhere I went to everywhere and every crazy. I went to Magnolia. I went to all these places, Calio, I seen all that. It's crazy out in New Orleans. You don't wanna go out there. You don't wanna go out in them hoods and them by them bayous and Baton Rouge. You don't wanna do that. You don't want to go in them back blocks of Chicago. You don't want to. I lived in Chicago, Los Angeles. I've spent some time in New Orleans. I've spent my time in North Carolina. I spent my time in Syracuse, New York, Buffalo, Rochester. Yo, bro, these hoods is dead serious. You go up to Rochester and think it's just rock. You get your boots smoked. They not playing. That's why you gotta live a positive life. They not playing like just like you not playing, they not playing neither. So never underestimate nobody hood. That's why when I go to hoods, anybody that's tapping in on this chat right now, and they see me in Buffalo on the Rochester and stuff like that, I'm very tapped in those hoods. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I went to O Block before they was calling it O Block. When I was living out in Chicago, Chief Keef and them was really literally babies, 3 and 4 years old. I'm 45 years old, bro. They was babies. They was listening to my music growing up. Fredo Santana and all that. When Fredo, God bless the dead, Fredo Santana was coming up here about 9 years ago when we was doing the Skull Gang and Jewels was doing the God Willing tape and they was coming up here to see Slow and Bucks and all them. They used to have Little Reese and all them up here with them. They used to tell us, yo, we grew up off of y'all, B. Word. We grew up off of y'all. All we listened to was Purple City Dipset. And come on, Dirk told you, I used to claim Dipset. They letting you know. That's why to see what's going on right now is just crazy. It's just despicable and disgusting to me. It's just like we influence the world in this hip hop thing. Like that's why I'm very proud of this, man. Y'all gotta stop tripping. I met you at a pop up in Syracuse. Real deal, so cute. Kilo Dip says shit is crazy, Casa. That was called a bad one round. Yeah, man. Yeah, life too short to be playing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I lived and it wasn't by mistake that I lived in these places. Allah drifted me to all these places in the world to experience. And I lived in the dead smack in the hill. Like I said, I lived in the jungles when I lived in LA. You know what I'm saying? You see red for about 30, 40 blocks. You know what I'm saying? You see people 50, 60 years old been banging since 71, 70, crazy, crazy. 75 and all that, 81, going through like my homegirl solo, right? So when I'm moved out, I'm like, yo, take me to the hood, take me to where they shot Menace, take me to boy. They say, oh, you wanna go there? I bet. That's where all my cousins having a cookout, right? Yo, she took me to Compton. She's like, we going to my cousin's cookout. I was like, all right. She said, you want to go to Compton, right? You talking all this? Yeah, I'm with it. Yo, we pulled up. Like, I swear, I thought the grass was blue. They was cripped out. They was cripped, yo. Cups blue, dice blue, plates blue. Everybody got on blue, cars blue, kids playing with the blue football. Yo, they cripped out. They shout to the Lokes, right? Now, yo, bruh, it's these guys playing dominoes at the table. It's like four of them. When I'm telling you, these guys got muscles on top of muscles on top. Yo, they muscles got muscles, bro. How your muscles got muscles, bro? They sitting there at the table. So I got cool, like at the time I was there at the barbecue, I got cool with Solo Cousin because I met him a few times and he was like, So I was like, yo, those OGs right there, he's like, Casa, chill. Don't disrespect them niggas like that. Them niggas is triple OGs. All them niggas at that table got just coming home from doing 30. And this was in the early 2000s when I was living out there. He said all them just came home from doing 30. He said them niggas was doing time in San Quentin and Pelican Bay and all that. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, they put in so much work. And one guy had like 3 big braids growing out his chin with blue rubber bands on it. Then one of them had ponytails, big ponytails. His arms, his dicky shirt was fitting him so tight. Looked like it was about to rip like the Incredible. All of them. Then the other two had on tank tops with the shades. Like I was like, one had this hat one had Jerry curls, yo. One joint was dripping like Easy joint. He had his hat sitting on top of his curls. His joint was dripping. He had the old Michael Jackson drip. Like his joint, you can tell his curl was wet. Yeah, that's a fact. But shout out to Jim. He got the Jomo record out, man. Dropping Monday. Oh man, come on, bros. We could do better than this, King. Nah, nah. Some really still on that real crip banging coach out Cali now. His curve, but this was back in. This was like '01. Word. I was out there '01. I was out there from '01 to like '02, '03, something like that. But his curl was wet and shiny. He was sitting at that table. They was playing dominoes, smacking that table hard as a motherfucker. Nah, I'm gonna drop I'm gonna drop a new project like April, something like that. Realistically, April. You know what I'm saying? I just told you I did a movie in November called Suffocated 3. Look out for that. Starring Sexy Lexi, Trey Chaney, China the Doll, a few others. Um, we ain't doing no Jim Jones slander here. Tito, you see any Jim Jones slander in this thing? Get him up out of here. We ain't doing that. Come get a slice. You want a piece of pie? Come get a slice. Yeah. Positive internet energy served. That's what pie stand for. Positive internet energy served. Come get a slice. We ain't doing none of that slander over here. I don't pick sides. I let them brothers handle that. Yeah, no Jim Jones slander. Yeah, we ain't doing that. Not over here. You won't be going. You ain't gonna get my page reported for no slander. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing no cyberbullying. We ain't doing no slander. All I do is come over here and give you a positive perspective about things that's going on. Excuse me. You've been up here for 81 minutes. Can I get some? Can we got 150 people in? Can I get Can y'all hit the like button, please? What's my take on AI music? Only thing like that I respect about AI, if it can help Beanie sound like the old Beanie, use it. If if DOC can make itself sound like DOC from the Phony album and he can do some new music, use it. But doing a Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, and Biggie song on AI with Tupac as singing the hook, I don't want to hear that. Y'all can keep that. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? There's 145 people in this joint. Y'all can hit the like button. I ain't gonna beg y'all to, you know. Thanks for everybody that tuned in tonight. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's take it to 100 likes, man. Y'all over there being selfish with the like button, man. Like, goddamn. That thing is 145 people in this joint. Appreciate y'all. I ain't one of them YouTubers over here begging for no scratching, man. I ain't even asking well, but shout out to everybody that dropped something in the super chat, that gifted people with them memberships and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But man, shout out to the whole Dipset. Jewels, Jim Jones, Freaky Zeke, the killer Jaffe Joe. I met Shice in the streets. My best work is yet to come. All this shit is whack. But nah, I'm never battling again. That's not my passion. That was never my passion. I just did it because I was nice. I'm not a battle rapper. Shout out to the battle culture, yeah. Skull Gang days was beautiful, man, because I was around a bunch of talented artists that wasn't afraid to be themselves, and we created a hell of a catalog that was unfortunately lost due to the raid of the studio. So I don't even want to talk about that. I get depressed even thinking about them records. There's only a few hooks and stuff that I remember from that time that I'm gonna actually record one day and do, but Boy, oh boy. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. I'm gonna close this joint out at 85 minutes. Uh, Everybody throw your pies up before I do the roll call. Let me know where y'all was at from tonight. Everybody let me know what state and city you from, country, you know what I'm saying, with your pie in the back of your state or your country. J Dilla. Chicago, Detroit. Okay. We got the D-Town in the building, the Lions. We got the Chicago, North Philadelphia, Boston, Mass, 111th and Lenox, 13X, all right. Virginia, ATL, okay. Town, all right. Connecticut, HT, all right. Ohio, YBM. Yo, shout out to my boy Whites, YBM, that's my brother. VA, Erie, Homer Gully, okay. Brooklyn, HTR, okay. 28th in Amsterdam, okay. Roxbury, okay. More mass in here. West Side Chicago in the building. Okay. Roll call. That's what I'm talking about. North Philly in the building. Big Slime. See, I shout y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go. You ever make a song with Votto? In the near future. Me and Votto overdue for one. Votto, one of my favorite rappers. He's always been. I've always told him that before he became the Votto y'all know. Stash Slow Main on all platforms. Okay. Shout your joint out. You and Cassidy for sure should make an LP or EP. Something. Ray D, what up? But yo, we're gonna close out, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight, man. Till next time, we out.